With the votes of November, remember. The Dems are depressed, socialism has digressed as the voter fraud failure starts to sink in. Stupid has no cure, but there's one thing for sure. It's the end for Hillary Rodham Clinton. The disgrace lives on down in Chappaqua Town. In separate bedrooms it's reported. Clintons, it is said now the marriage is dead when the votes of November were sorted.
Aldone. It's a parody sung to the tune of the Edmund Fitzgerald from Lightfoot. Like I said, it was long, but a lot of the people through a thread on social media said that it was cleverly written, and it's all facts, 100%. And I found another one, but I'm not going to play it because we got a lot more to obviously bring you today. House Speaker Paul Ryan, big applause here. He's admonishing the Republicans to stop yelling at each other. The Washington Examiner reported this, and he says, I don't think that the American people want to see us up here yelling at each other. The American people want to see results. The more unified we are in solving people's problems, that is what they expect. Paul Ryan's comments come during a week that has seen two Republicans, senators, and as you've seen those on television play out with Senator Jeff Flake, which I think he's really appropriately named Jeff Flake. It's kind of like Anthony Weiner. It's just, isn't it ironic? But, yeah, he announced his retirement, pointing the finger at President on the way out. Whatever. And then Senator Bob Corker also fueled the flames with President Trump this week on morning talk shows and on Twitter, reuniting the feud that started once. He also announced in late September that he would not seek re-election. So Ryan is basically saying, look, we're calling each other names, or calling each other out, or saying things against each other. What does that do to help a working mother get ahead? Thank you. There's some common sense. What does that do to help a veteran get benefits he deserves? What does that do to advance tax reform? And Ryan joined Senator Ted Cruz on the adult side of the aisle. The Texas Republican earlier this week told his fellow senators to shut up and do your job. I mean, that's the bottom line. You were put into office to do a job. You complained for 8 years alongside all of us conservatives that you wanted somebody in the White House. You have Donald Trump. You have somebody in there that wants this agenda to go through. He'll sign it. Just make it happen. But a lot of people, they're choosing to put politics over principle. Remember the working mother that's working 2-3 jobs. Remember the veteran can't get his benefits. Remember those that can't afford health care. They're not getting paid enough money because they're paying too much taxes. This is the tough talk. This is good talk. That's productive talk. Why give the Democrats any more fodder than what they don't need anymore? It's like it's playing right into their hands, this discord within the party, and just giving them something to talk about. And it's hilarious to see all this infighting within the party itself. This is absolutely ridiculous. The campaign's over. Trump's there. You're stuck with him. He's not getting impeached. Who cares about billionaires taking out ads, movie stars, and Rosie coming back to ABC with Roseanne? Forget about it. We don't care. We really don't care what anybody says. People want people to do. We elected a president to get a job done. The campaign's over. The names are you don't hear Trump name calling. Little Rubio, little Marcio, and Lion Crew. You know, they're not talking that way. Even Ted Cruz and Trump ate him for lunch. Little Marco. They're all working with him. And he defeated them. If Trump can get over it, don't you think they need to too? I mean, this is ridiculous. And John McCain, God bless him. But I'm definitely not happy with him. And I don't think Arizonans are very happy with him. I'm sorry that he suffered these health issues, but I certainly think that he just needs to take some time with his family and just get out. Because he's definitely a hindrance to this president and to get things done. And, you know, people are free to do what they want to do, vote the way they want to vote, but his constituents, they're not voting that way. They're not feeling that way. They're feeling slighted. That's a hell of a way to go out because somebody called you a few things and along the way, to me, it would be nice them to have the beer. Remember Barack had a beer with somebody, you know, at the White House, you know, to kind of have like a little goodwill gesture. Maybe they need to have a stiff drink or something like that together. You know, smoke a cigar. Oh, that's right. Trump doesn't smoke. McCain smokes a cigar. You can see with his teeth. Yeah, he likes a good cigar. So him and McCain hanging out in the Rose Garden. Trump drinking some iced tea. And yeah, Trump likes KFC, so give him some KFC. You know, better yet, we'll give him some Church's chicken. And it's a little extra crunchy. It's crunchier than KFC. Give him some Church's. Yeah, right up the road from Howard. We'd have to ship it off there. But there's a Church's somewhere there in the D.C. area. We'll get him some of that. But in all seriousness, we got to get these folks together on the same page. Because what they're doing is they're hurting their own party right in front of them. They're hurting the American people, you and I, the little people, the worker bees, Mr. and Mrs. America, the ones that voted you into power. Don't you have a conscience? Do what's right for this country and for the children of this country and future generations. Dear God.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us. It went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Your American Heritage. In that hot Pennsylvania summer of 1755, a tall and powerful Virginia farmer leaned against his flintlock rifle and saw to it that his ragged band of citizen soldiers wore earth tones of buckskin and moccasins so they'd blend into the piney woods some called the Shades of Death. The French and Indians were behind every rock and tree, but the sturdy Virginian knew forest lore and brought his ragtag troops out of the disaster with credit. Perhaps it was that savvy leadership that caused that farmer, George Washington was his name, to later become our first president. This has been Don Keyes with a brief look at a giant figure in American history on Your American Heritage.
Your American Heritage can be heard Monday through Friday right here on this station, courtesy of For the People. With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to For the People on a Friday. And here we are. It's a beautiful place to be in Florida this time of year because the temperatures are right where we want them. Low 80s. They were, in the 50s, early 60s this morning? That was absolutely terrific. It was just amazing. I wish it was that way all year here, but that's not Florida for you. Yes, lots of humidity, and then on top of the humidity, more of that. Rubio, speaking of little Marco, because that was, Trump had his pet names. I mean, it was comical, but here's the kicker on the whole thing. It actually worked. But they're big enough to be able to move on, and that's what we have to do. And that's what a lot of America has to do. That's what the left needs to do. Look, if we ourselves, and this is my thought here with the Republican Party, if we would like the left to be able to change and to stop doing the things that they're doing, then we need to get our party together. We have to be an example of what a party can be, could be, all of those particular things, but we have to win. The damage that was done during Barack Obama's tenure at the White House, being in charge with all his people,